and welcome to Beer Grilled Skinny, where a mother-daughter team embraces the random. I am Lori-Ann, the daughter.
And I'm Justine, the mama.
And we're going to do a continuation on our rambling, where we talk about, in a rambling way, that's why I called it a double entendre, the places we've lived and the various stories that come out of that. I had an idea for how to start off this second episode, but I had that idea at something like 2 a.m. when I wasn't quite awake, and I didn't write it down, and this is what happens. And this is why we call it embracing the random.
Because, she couldn't wake her husband up and write it on an index card.
Well, yeah, he has to work. That would be really rude.
Yeah. Well, he might think it was good.
He would not think it's good.
With us.
Okay, he will sit there and say, "Oh, if you wake up in the morning, you should totally turn on the light." Then I turn on the light, and he's like, "What the F?" Because that's just how you react when you're awakened and you didn't want to be.
Okay, yes.
Where were we on our various, where we've lived?
Well, we got to Atlanta, and your dad and I were just putting our marriage back together, and
Sort of, kinda.
Yeah, sort of, kinda. And we had moved from Tulsa, and in the process of all of that, you were staying with Granny for a little bit. She trained you to use the bathroom. Love my mom. And then,
That's right. Mom ducked out on the important training of me using the bathroom.
And so then we had an apartment there. We shared an apartment in the same complex that my brother and his girlfriend were in. They might have been married by then. I can't remember.
They were not married, because I exactly remember when they got married. I was at Granny's, and this was, I don't know. Well, you might be right.
No. I
know they got married in 1972, and I was like 2 and really sad that I couldn't go to the wedding. But Granny and Pawpaw both went to the wedding, and they sent me to this woman's house.
Sarah.
Is that her name?
Uh-huh.
I will never forget her house. It was like something out of Great Expectations. It was like an amazing Victorian-type home, and I spent the whole time going, why couldn't I go to the wedding? But she entertained me. It's just a weird memory.
And I was in Tulsa with Jim, and so that's why I didn't get to go to the wedding.
That's when you two were patching up the marriage. Okay, so it was while I was staying with Granny after you took me there.
Yeah.
And when you took me there, was that the time I lost Rat?
I think so, yeah.
Okay. I never remembered Pawpaw in this scenario. He was probably like most men, oh my God, who cares about your little stuffed animal?
But I was thinking earlier today how much brightness and fun you brought to their life while I was struggling with mine.
Well, that's why you call me Sunnyshine.
Yeah, I've got that picture.
I bring the sunshine.
The picture of Granny with you in the wheelbarrow, and she's got that hat on.
Oh, that's after he passed away.
No, it's not. He took the picture.
Huh. Well, that must have been one of the times you took me up there beforehand.
Evidently,
then.
Yeah.
But it wasn't when I was 2.
Okay.
Because I remember it. I think I was like 5, to be honest. We had this
I'll have
thing.
to look at that picture again.
Well, you can look at it. I do, because you had this habit of every year I spent a week with the grandparents.
Okay.
And I think that was one of those.
Okay.
I do remember that, though. She just was laughing.
I know.
They had that big swing.
Yep.
They obviously put that swing in there just for me.
Yep.
It was, so they had this little property in Georgia, in Bowersville, Georgia, and they had a garden. They had a carport, a little shed off the side where they had their washing machine. There were clotheslines where we dried the clothes, and then down a hill about, I'd say 50 yards, they had another shed, and then another thing that you could call a carport, but they decided to put a swing inside that sheltered area just for me.
And I think there was space for the lawnmower.
I think the lawnmower went in the shed.
Maybe so. In that shed, yeah.
Yeah, that shed that was very scary to me, because you'd open it up and there'd be like all these spider webs and things.
Because that's where we were when your cousin bit you, and then I bit him to teach him a lesson.
Okay, that's very beer-grilled skinny of you, Mother.
Yeah, but I'm having a vision of that shed.
I remember that too. I remember I was on the swing, and I guess he wanted his turn on the swing, and for some reason he decided to bite my knee really hard. I mean, like, he drew blood. And I don't know what brought you down there, maybe me screaming.
Yep.
And you were like, I'm going to bite you. And you did it in slow motion. You're like, you bit him. You did not harm him at all. You were just trying to teach him a lesson.
Yeah.
And then his mother came out, and yes, there was drama.
Yeah, but I did scare him enough for him to cry. I don't believe I hurt him, but I scared him.
You're a very scary person. A lot of people don't
Especially
realize
if
that.
I'm going to bite you.
A lot of people think, oh, she's so sweet. They've been thinking that for years, and the older she gets, the more they think she's sweet. And she is very sweet. She's my best friend, but do not F with her. You will F-A-F-O. And if you don't know what that means by this point, thanks to the current administration, I cannot help you.
Okay.
All right, so
Even I don't know what that means.
F around, find out.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
And that's what you did. Well, my cousin did that. He
Yeah.
F'd around and he found out. I don't think he bit anyone after that, though.
I don't know. I have no idea.
I don't know why his mom was on his side.
I don't know
guess
either.
because he's just younger than me.
Or because he was her kid.
It's hard to say it.
Yeah.
Okay, we don't want to go.
And we're never going to find out. So, the next thing we did when we were in Atlanta, your dad and I, we bought a house, and the house was so not insulated that we about to freeze through winter. So, we sold it and got another house.
And it was a wonderful little house.
Yes, it was.
It had 3 bedrooms.
Giant backyard.
Oh, I loved the backyard.
Yeah.
And that was when I was around 5, because I remember when we went to the mall. That was a thing back then, you youngsters who might be listening. And they had, the SPCA had set up a place to adopt cats right in the middle of the mall where you walk down the big walkway. And we just decided to get one. We got this little Siamese. We named her Blue Eyes on the way home. I will never forget this. I was 5, and it has never left my mind. The fleas on that girl. So my dad was driving with one hand, and then he had his other hand on the armrest of the door, the driver's side door, with the cat on him. She was a kitten. And the fleas, it was like just a black mist around her, going all over his arm. And he just took it like a man.
Yes, he did.
That cat adored him. I think we spoke of this cat in our cats episode.
Yeah.
Where she adored him and he didn't take her with him when he left. And so she left.
Yeah.
Kind of a sad story, but
I know.
she ended up with a family that wanted to lie about the fact that she had moved in with them,
Yeah.
which means they liked her. So
Yeah.
I think she got a good life in the end.
I think so too. I'm
Yeah.
sure she did. So then, after somewhere in there, after we moved into that house, your dad got this opportunity to go to Pennsylvania to a job up there.
Yeah, we could call that an opportunity.
Well, so
Here, by the way, y'all, I'm not a fan of winter. I, would be happy to go visit winter for about a couple days and then go on back to my life in summer. I enjoyed Pennsylvania as a child.
yeah,
We lived in York, Pennsylvania, in an apartment. I remember I was 6 years old. I had been put into school ahead of my age, so I had already done first grade, and I was in second grade. And I'll never forget when I went into the classroom, and I can't remember what the teacher told me to do. I can literally remember standing there right in front of her and saying, "Yes, ma'am." And she said, "It'll be yes or no. We do not believe in slavery up here in Pennsylvania." And I was 6 years old and not sure what to do with that information. I never did well in public school in terms of, this is right after I've been in that. Actually, it has nothing to do with public school, just school in general. I've found schools that I really appreciated, but the Christian school, I got spanked every single day. The first public school was in Pennsylvania, where I'm told that I somehow believe in slavery if I politely say
You
yes,
might
ma'am.
not have even known what slavery was.
Exactly. I think I was confused by that. My other memories of living up in Pennsylvania include children oh, there was one was that in Virginia? I mean, Pennsylvania?
The one you beat up?
Yeah.
That was in Pennsylvania.
I wouldn't say I successfully beat him up, but he really angered me. I don't even remember why. I just remember that Mom went out the back. First, she opened the front door. She saw me beating this kid up and being... She figured if I was beating up a kid, he must deserve it. So she went out to the back and opened the door and went, "Lorianne!" So that I could get away. And then this kid had a crush on me forever.
Yeah.
So it's not just when a boy hits you, it means he likes you. I mean, I didn't like him. I liked this other kid. Wow, we could go on and on about the memories I have from Pennsylvania, but we must move on.
Yeah. So we came back to the house in Atlanta. We had rented it out while we were gone, and the people we rented it to had a love affair with roaches.
Okay, so these were people they knew.
Yeah.
In fact,
one had been my boss.
Well, he became your boss after you broke up with my dad, and I'm thinking maybe he felt like he owed you after that horrible roach nightmare. Oh my God, y'all. I still have nightmares over the roaches. So Mom opened the laundry, I guess you could call it a closet in the bathroom. It was a one-bathroom home, and there was a closet where you could keep the towels and stuff. And she opened it, and a wall of roaches just came down. And they got pesticide services to come in, but it takes a while. And I remember waking up to a 3-inch roach on my wall in my bedroom, and I was just screaming, and you came in, and I was 7, so of course I'm going to be freaked out by that.
Well, I remember sitting at the kitchen table and holding the vacuum cleaner because they would come out on the ceiling, and I'd just reach up and whop them with the vacuum cleaner.
And you say I'm tough.
They were kind of reacting from the extermination, so they just like, oh, I'm kind of drunk, and I'd be like,
oh my goodness.
Yeah.
We've lived through some rough times.
I know. So then that was the second time the marriage broke up.
Do you think the roaches had anything to do with it?
No.
No, it was him cheating, I know.
Yeah, definitely him cheating. So
and for the record, he cheated and then he broke up with Mom.
Yeah, he was breaking up with me so he could stay with her.
And then he told her he had never loved her. He was kind of damaged, I guess we'll say.
I was so broken over that. That was when you were with Mom and Dad, and it was Sunday, and I looked at him and I said, "You wanted me to drink? I'll drink." Because he was the one that got me started on alcohol. I guess I could thank him for that. But anyhow,
okay, you're conflating timelines because he waited until my grandfather was dead to break up with you.
Yes, he did.
My grandfather passed away in February, and then he broke up with you in August.
Yeah, his birthday.
You on his birthday?
Well, August was when he had his birthday.
You took me up to my grandmother's.
Yeah.
And I guess I had some sort of a gut feeling that something was wrong because I remember getting on the phone with you on that lovely party line. I hope they enjoyed that. Where I said, "I want you to come and get me." I was 8.
Yeah.
And I did not want to stay up there. I wanted you to come and get me. And you said, "Okay, I'm coming to get you." And you got me, and we went back home. I feel like this was a psychic event because when we pulled up into the driveway, he opened the door, and I knew 100% what was about to happen.
I expect Granny knew too, and that might have made being with her uncomfortable for you because she wouldn't have wanted to tell you, but she would have been, very upset.
Either way, maybe it was a body language thing. Maybe it's not psychic. It felt psychic.
But here's the weird stuff that happens to you. Yeah, I got drunk. I walked up to your school, laid down on the curb because I couldn't move anymore. And so I just laid there.
At least you weren't doing DUI.
Yeah. And so then I got up and I went back home and we went out together. We went out for a meal together. That was just the strangest, unexplained time. But I got us a nice apartment and you and I moved into it. And I took his charge cards because, you know, women didn't have bank accounts yet. So I took his charge cards and I ran them up. Maybe it would have been 1978. So maybe I did, but I used his charge cards. And I bought his new furniture and everything.
I love how you say that like you were so tough. But during the divorce proceedings, you did not get alimony.
I know.
You would still be getting alimony to this day because you've never gotten remarried.
Well,
all you got was child support, and he acted like that was a big deal.
I wavered back and forth. You don't get rid of love instantly. You wish you could, but I kept hoping that this was just another breakup and we'd get back together. And
well, he tried to get back together with you when I got hit by the car.
Yeah, even though he was with her. Mm-hmm.
Well,
I know.
I don't think you really wanted to get back together.
Oh, I didn't after he got with her.
Okay, so the thing is, you felt like you should try to preserve the marriage because of the Bible. It had nothing to do with love.
Could be. But not only when you got hit by the car, I had already been through my fling with PT.
Mm-hmm.
And that was over. And I think I really was at that point wanting to walk whatever the straight and narrow might be.
I think you were too, because you remember that song that I played by Don Francisco.
I don't care where you've been sleeping.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there's this 9-year-old going, oh my goodness, you are not following what the Bible says you should do, and I want to save your soul.
Yeah. Yeah. So anyhow.
That was a good song, though.
I got a job on the other side of Atlanta, and I moved in with this fella, and again, my beautiful daughter stayed with my mom. And I don't know how many months that might have left, but my mom bought us the mobile home.
Okay, so it was early summer that you took me up there, right after I got out of my third grade class. And I was up there until it was time. Actually, I went into school again, so I was up there until around Christmas. And I know this because the church that she took me to, we had an event where we were making cookies, and this kid that had a crush on me didn't know how to behave, and he upset me so much that he threw my cookies all over the room, and I just screamed and started crying, and he was so sorry. And I was 8. I didn't know that he liked me. I don't even know if he knew that he liked me. But anyhow, that was the night my dad came to get me to bring me back to you. So it was a very weird, convoluted situation.
Oh, it was so messed up.
And here we thought there were only going to be 2 parts to the various places we've lived, but it turns out there's going to be at least a part 3.
Really? Okay.
Yes, really. Thank you so much for tuning in. I hope you find our misadventures entertaining. And if you have any specific questions about what we've talked about or want to share some anecdotes of your own, we are 100% interested and will engage. Thank you so much for joining us, and we hope to see you on the flip side.
We conquer our fears with dreams in our hearts and the world in our sight. We're beer grill skinny, ready